Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 1. You heard it first. Episode number 1 of Woefully Atrocious Individuals of Society. I am your host, Christian Gallegos. Right here, you have John. I was going to call him John. Right here, you have Matt Hersino. Right here, you have Connor Godnich. Fryman. Every soccer mom's dream. And then right here.
And every little girl's worst nightmare.
And right here, we got Maher. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
We got John Yanis.
What's up?
Also, plug in your channel real quick, John.
Hey man, it's Well Games. I changed the name, but it's still there. Well Games on YouTube, dog.
It sucks.
It does.
Our content is probably better. And that's saying a lot.
Our content is shorter.
No, it's not.
It is.
His last video was 3 hours long.
That's all on the
For
podcast.
real?
That's all on the podcast was, yeah.
Dang.
Alright.
That's really long.
Okay. So,
How do you want to start this today, y'all?
I feel like y'all should start it and I should start like when I start driving.
All right. Just some backstory. Connor's a bad driver.
I'm not. I used to be.
Connor's an unsafe driver.
Yeah.
No. You gotta give him credit. He's the safest driver.
He's so safe that he put Kenny in the back of his bed.
No, he's so safe. He changed Jude forever.
Yeah.
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 Jude is a nice person.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay. Christian.
Yeah.
How about you start the story?
Okay. So, it started in the... Is it still winter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still
The winter of 19. Well, these group of friends that we found ourselves with. Maher drives the car. But his sister, has to take
Why do
the
you gotta
car.
call it like that? Ew.
She said that to you, man.
Fair enough, yeah. I mean, she's kind of like drama
What I
queen.
Alright, so,
The timing.
forget about that. John, talk about your stuff real quick.
Hold on. Hello.
His viewers here.
Adentro.
His mom's here. You finished the fries.
Oh, no te vi, ya voy.
You can have one friend.
John, it's finished.
John normally drives home with Mateo.
Yeah.
But Mateo is riding his bike. So there's no room.
Let's get a sip.
Sure. Some DP.
So John was just chilling, and he asked me if I could drive him to McDonald's, which is where we're at now, and it's like just like a block or two away from school.
Check my channel. It's not that bad.
Okay, John just left. So,
Now the good conversations begin.
so I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So we got Maher, Christian, and me, myself in the car, and John in the bed, because my car's a 3-seater. So I was kind of like, okay, we got John in the bed. Why not have some fun with him? Like I do with every woman I put in my bed.
Sarcasm.
Yes, that was. So I
Cut to a commercial break.
Hey, I'm back. I left earlier, but now I'm back, except I'm not at the Mickey D's. I'm in my own house. Except there's no professional camera pointing at me because it's a webcam, because I'm currently live streaming. And Christian is recording my live stream so that he can get an advert. See that down there? Fucking wrong side. You see that shit down there? That's the Instagram to the podcast, at The Waste Podcast. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole ad. We fucked this up once. Rolled that shit, Christian. They better see you fucking up. Alright, that's it. Follow the fucking podcast Instagram. Also, I'm not a bitch for leaving in the first 3 minutes. I just had to catch a ride. Easy.
0 freaking subscribers. We're lonely. Why would you post that as an ad?
I know, that's why we need the ad.
Resuming for
That
commercial
makes
break.
no sense.
So last year, my junior year, I used to drift around the parking lot a lot, but
Not drift.
not drift, but like drive irresponsibly around the parking lot multiple times. But I stopped that because I got a different car that wasn't as fun, and it became more and more unsafe, and I've matured since then.
No, he hasn't.
That's a lie. I can't recall you maturing, especially after the episode 0 that we talked about,
I matured a lot. Anyway,
but not fully.
has anyone truly matured fully? You
Not even close,
maturing.
Christian.
Maturing refers to growth.
I know. Let's move this on.
Anyway, so I was drifting around, or not drifting, of course.
That's what he calls it.
Because how
Power
else would you
sliding.
call it? Power
sliding.
Power sliding. That's a better word. Yeah. Around the parking lot, and then we got onto the road, and I started driving slightly more responsibly, just like speeding it up and like tapping on the brake a bit.
Brake checking.
Yeah.
You just don't know what that is.
No, I just couldn't find the words, and I was trying to keep the momentum of the story going. But
Keep going.
But I was turning the corner. Then all of a sudden, this car like swerves into my lane and stops.
This gray SUV swerves into our lane. The woman, some soccer mom woman, jumps out. Dead ass. Like, you made me think I'm lying. Dead ass. She jumped out with her phone. And you say the rest.
And she like goes to my truck and like is about to take a picture of my license plate. And I'm like, and I get out of the car and like, what's going on? And she gets up in my face and like, do you know what you almost did there? You have a child in the back of the truck. This is a school zone.
FYI, the child is the man, baby John.
And she was like grilling me about this, and I was like, this whole thing was like so surprising to me. So I was like, okay, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry. And she was like, you're lucky I don't know your mother.
And she was threatening with the most heinous of punishments to put this on her Facebook account.
Oh.
I shit you not. I shite my pants so much right there.
I shies up my pants.
Matter, he had a fucking heart attack. I had to give him CPR. And John was just dismembered in the bed of the truck. It was just that bad. The woman was in the right so much, you know? Like, she can tell you with her keyboard warrior friends that we were so much...
Does she even know what a keyboard is?
Yeah, she was.
God damn.
I mean, like, she doesn't look like she was young, but she didn't look like she was, like, really old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say in her 50s. No, 50s. 40s, sorry. Like,
Late 40s, early 50s.
Doesn't really matter, but yeah.
Yeah, it does, because I don't think she knows what a keyboard warrior is.
She probably did.
Yeah.
She probably is one.
Yeah, that's true.
But then she's probably like those mom keyboard warriors, like the American mom keyboard warriors, you know?
But
Yeah. No, I guarantee you, because I know my mom does this. She
for real, y'all. She was threatening to put us on like the
memorial. What's it?
parent webpage or whatever.
Like some Spring Branch Memorial webpage or whatever.
Yeah, basically like a forum for parents. Or no, basically a forum for people who give a shit about school systems.
Pretty much.
But if she really wants to help anyone, Memorial needs help. Just saying. You know.
The weirdest thing about it is like, she was driving out of Wilchester, which is right next to Westchester.
Why you give us the school names away? Beep beep beep. Continue.
She was driving out of her school while we were driving out of our school, and the two schools are right next to each other. And she like just basically went in a straight line into my lane. So she was leaving, and she wasn't part of the faculty or anything.
Yeah.
Like she was just like a mom. And did she have a kid in her car?
I don't know, but I have to say something. You know what would be really, really weird?
What?
You know when we graduate, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, don't we go through Wilchester and Westchester?
We do.
Oh shoot. Oh no, what if you see her? Oh,
If she's not a teacher. If she was a teacher, she would be leaving later.
Yo, imagine if she was a teacher.
No.
Or like someone who works there.
Thing is, if she sees us, look at us. We're graduating high school. All right. Will your son graduate?
Oof. That's kind of.
That was kind of too mean. I'm sorry. I felt bad about that.
Look, all moms are great. I respect their decision that they're trying to be protective or whatever.
Not all moms.
But the fact is, she went a little overboard. Actually, not a little, really overboard.
Talking about like skinny dipping off the side of like a what's their called? Like, continue with the story.
Okay, let's go into everything she could have done with my license plate or whatever. Like, what could she have?
Okay, that's easy.
Gives it to Westchester. Westchester figures it out.
What if she gives it to the police? You know what the police could do? They could have like some not some generator, but like they can go through the DMV or wherever you get the license.
Plus,
they can search your
she
driver's
said
license.
she said she saw us come out of the school. All they gotta do is just talk to police. Hey, there's a kid over here. I have a picture of the truck. Could you look for it? They
Oh
look
yeah,
for
that's
his
right.
truck.
Because nowadays in Texas, since people, there's a lot of school shootings.
No, not that. The cops that are at school.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm trying to say.
She walks up to one of them. Hey, this and this. Shows the truck. She's like, oh, is that truck over there? She saw us come out of the school parking lot. So
Yeah.
not tomorrow, but Monday she'd be like, oh, there's the truck or whatever. Talks to the main office.
I mean, we could be wrong. Maybe Monday she's gonna just like forget about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look.
I think
from
so.
from my experience from these moms, they're gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
Unless they want to grip onto that story so much.
Because let me tell you something. Okay,
Yeah.
this mom really reminds me about a good old teacher I had in TOK. She can be, all crazy. She seems like she talks a lot. I'll admit that. And she seems she's overreactive.
Yeah.
But the manner she did it was not. Sorry, no. I mean, you're talking to high schoolers, and yes, it's good to yell at them, but you should not be, swerving into the other lane, because you could be causing a wreck.
Yeah.
And if you cause a wreck, you get the ticket, not you. You don't get the ticket, Connor. You probably
Yeah.
don't even get the blame.
Yeah.
So,
Your whatever you did would have been like omitted from history.
Yeah.
legit, yeah, because she doesn't have video evidence.
It's kind of like you see someone standing in a candy bar, so you go up and you just fucking shoot them.
Because here's the
That's
thing.
basically that's like.
Or you put a gun to their head. But she didn't. She never actually. I don't think she took up the picture. I don't
No,
think so.
but I'm saying like
Yeah.
it's that
Overreacting.
outrageous,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We live in a world where you see a lot of people have a lot of advanced technology, and they can do anything with it. Like, I found a website we can legit just find out anyone's characteristics, like their name, date of birth, social security,
It's
not
called
social security
Pornhub.
number. Huh?
I'm sorry, but that's called Pornhub. I'm just kidding.
It's not Pornhub, bro. I mean, it could be, who knows, but, I mean, it didn't say that it was inappropriate before I looked at it. Anyway, you can find a lot of stuff off the internet solely because of the driver's license number. And yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But if she had video evidence, I feel like she would have reported it. But she did not.
I don't think she would either.
And plus, remember what she said to you. You're lucky I don't know your
Yeah.
parents. That's a sign saying that, oh,
She
you're
probably
lucky
forget
I'm not
about
going to do anything.
Yeah. Because
Unless
I
she gets
guarantee you-
pissed- unless she starts thinking about it, and gets pissed off again.
here, I
whatever.
guarantee you, here's what she's gonna do.
Unless she probably said that lucky I'm not gonna call your parents or whatever because she probably didn't get a good photo of the license plate. That's why. Maybe she was going through it like. Right?
It could be. It
She
really
just
could
wanted to assert dominance. She just wanted to yell at me probably and tell me I was doing something wrong.
Now, I will say this one thing, and I know you have a front license plate.
Yeah.
You realize she only took the front license plate? Now, here's the problem with that. Not all cars have front license plates. I know you do,
Yeah.
but I know a lot though. I used to not have one at one point. And if I would get
Oh, I
caught,
remember that. Yeah.
the only way that they can actually check was in the back. Imagine if she caught me doing that, and she just took the picture of the front. Okay, you took a picture of the car.
Yeah.
What the hell? There's millions of these types of cars in
Oh, yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, you have a very popular car.
Connor has to be a more
Exactly.
common car.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, how are you gonna find it? And you're not gonna have that much
Yeah,
evidence.
plus Connor, he lives in a wider neighborhood with a bunch of cops, and they would be like, "You don't have a front license plate."
I'll tell you really so there's something I found, right, about the license plate issue. There's a like a kind of like a gadget or whatever you can put in the front of your car where
Yeah.
like if you don't want to add like the front license plate, it can literally just like pop out and like go back in. Have you seen those
in
before?
the movies? Yeah.
Yeah, they have that in real life. They have some of they're not perfect because they're made by small companies, but they do have them. And
So you can hide it. That would
You
be
can
so
hide
cool.
it.
She goes upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
thinking,
like,
like-
nope.
yeah, you can just be like, no, but she's like, pull that thing out, and you can be like, I don't know, it just does it automatically. No, okay, it's okay, there's a remote. I know that, but you can just put the remote in the car and just be like, oh, I'm not gonna show
I
my.
don't know what you're talking about, man.
Sorry.
You know?
I feel like this is a short enough episode not to edit. Just throw it onto YouTube.
Wait, I have a question. Do we want to talk about the tree?
Nah, it's not.
No, it's not good time to talk about it
That's
right
when we
now.
have a studio. And
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright.
This is just a episode number 1. We had a guest for not so long. But,